Hello, Bill Molyneux here, and I have Josh Warliff with me also, and Goober the Traveling Bear. Well, we are in Fredericksburg, Virginia at the Sunken Road walking trail. So during the Battle of Fredericksburg, the Sunken Road was a defensive position for the Confederates, and we are going to do a little video on it. And of course, there's many other videos that are really good, and one specifically is Chris of VA Travels. But I'll do the best that I can for my video channel now. So let's go. Well, here we are at the Sunken Road. And so you are here. So looking down the road, we're going to go down this path, and then the visitor center is down there. And this road, of course, as you can see in our picture, there's nothing out there. So the Union troops will be coming up this slope, which is a very big slope. And one of the things I've read about and I've seen in documentaries is the Confederates were 3 to 6 men deep, loading their muskets and handing them forward. And so there was a continuous fire coming from this wall. But we're going to go walking further. We'll have Josh do some talking as we get up closer, so you don't have to just always listen to me. And Jack, we'll call you around 10 o'clock this morning. Well, we're just walking along the path here of the Sunken Road, and Josh mentioned this house is pretty slick with this eaves and all. So we'll go up and zap that off a little bit. There's the Stevens house. Josh, tell us about the Stevens house.
The foundation outlined before you marks the wartime home of Edward and Martha Stevens. On December 13, 1862, the house was caught in the vortex of Union attacks against the Sunken Road. Confederate sharpshooters fired from the house's windows and roof. The Union artillery shell that killed General Thomas Cobb passed through the house before exploding. Legend holds that Martha Stevens, unlike most local residents, remained in her house throughout the battle. She purportedly made repeated dangerous trips to her well and tore strips from her own garments to bind the wounds of the fallen. Miss Stevens lived until 1888. She's buried in the plot to your left. The house survived the battle but was destroyed by fire in 1913.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
Her grave is right back behind us.
And there's a grave.
Yep.
Wow. Right on the battlefield.
Yep.
All right. Wow. By the way, all you YouTube followers, we're just letting this video run. So if you get bored, turn the channel. If not, I hope you're enjoying what we're doing. We're going to pause here and get closer to our building.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Josh. Tell us about this house.
This is the Innes House. This frame building, known as the Innes or Ennis House, witnessed the terrible combat that engulfed this spot. Located along the Confederate line of battle, the small structure was ravaged by bullets and shell fragments. Confederate General Lafayette McLaws wrote that the house had no space as large as 2 hands on it that had not been pierced. Although the owner, Martha Stevens, who lived next door, replaced some exterior clapboards, you can still see bullet marks on one of the vertical timbers on the right side of the house. More dramatic is the damage inside. The scars made by dozens of bullets remain as visible today as they were in 1862.
All right, well, let's walk around this exciting battlefield area site.
Are these some of the bullet holes they were telling us about?
Josh, can you point us to some of the bullet holes?
Here, here, maybe here.
Wow. It's nice to have a helper, having Josh here.
I think this might be another one right here in the window frame too.
So we can actually look in.
Oh yeah, you can see all the bullet holes in the wall in there.
And there's quite a few bullet holes. I got a glare coming, but so people that live Baltimore, DC, you could come and visit Fredericksburg. It's within strike range with no problem. Josh is checking. Is the door open, Josh?
No, it is
They
not.
have not opened it for the public yet. We're awfully early. We started our excursion here at 7 a.m. at Chancellorsville. So I see a monument in the distance, Josh. We'll continue on our walking path and then we'll go over to that monument. I'll pause our video. Well, here's one of the many signs they have here on the Fredericksburg battlefield, the killing fields. And you are here. There's the Innes house that we were just talking about, that Josh talked about. And that big open ground between these buildings and here was just deadly. So, another sign of seeking cover. And once again, here's a nice point, the Innes house. I like to do this in 54mm scale. I have the hill and I have a white house, so it'd be easy to do in miniature wargaming. And don't forget, Miniature Wargaming, Nottingham, Maryland Miniature Wargaming Group has a Facebook site. Well, we're going to cruise up to this monument up here, and we'll pause it here. Thank you if you're still watching, that you're coming along this far. We're over 6 minutes.
You want me to read this one?
Yep, we're going to have Josh read this one. Go ahead, Josh, take it away.
This is plaque says the Angel of Mary's Heights. While the Civil War entailed immense destruction and tragedy, it did not always engender hate. For 2 days following the battle, wounded Union soldiers caught between the lines cried out for water. Though exposure to enemy fire, even for a moment, meant almost certain death, Sergeant Richard Kirkland of the 2nd South Carolina Volunteers tried to help. Filling several canteens with water, the young Confederate stepped over the stone wall to care for his wounded enemies. When Union soldiers understood Kirkland's purpose, they ceased firing at him. For nearly 2 hours, he continued his ministrations. Kirkland died in battle at Chickamauga, Georgia, in September of 1863.
Wow.
He was just 19 years old when he performed his heroic deed.
Well, let's go up and look at this monument. Well, here we are, and Josh, take it away.
This is a monument about the Richard Rowland Kirkland character we just read about from the 2nd South Carolina Volunteers. He risked his life to bring water to the wounded Union soldiers.
Well, we're amazing. And what is really neat of this story, it was a Confederate soldier helping Union soldiers. So we're going to pause the video here, and
Do you want me to put Goober up here?
yep, we're going to pause and we'll be back in a bit.
Well, I think that's it for this video, and thanks for sticking with us, and we're going to go check out Fredericksburg. Have a
All
good
right.
day, everybody, and be kind.
And Josh did my famous be kind and be courteous and all that good stuff. And a couple more hours, we're going to call Jack in Arizona and bug him.